Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is time to do another tag video, and this time I was tagged by Patty over at I Smell Books to do the Women on YouTube tag, and I loved listening to her tag, and I think this is such a great opportunity to talk about women on YouTube. So let's get into it and I will answer the questions. The first question is, when did you start on YouTube and how would you categorize your content style? So I started my channel about 1.5 years ago, and I had some content on this channel before that, but it was sort of like not sure what direction I was gonna go with it. And so when I started making booktube videos is when I really count my beginning on YouTube. And obviously I'm part of the booktube community. The majority of my channel content is book related. I do tea videos as well, and I have a few other kind of lifestyle-y things. Sometimes I do vlogs that have to do with read-alongs and stuff like that, but that's generally still book related. I am considering starting another channel to put some other more lifestyle content on, like for instance planner related stuff, because I feel like there are some of you that like that kind of thing, but for the most part it's not really book related, so it doesn't belong on this channel. I mostly keep this channel to books and tea. Question 2 is, what are your dreams or goals as a content creator, and do you have any big plans or projects that you're looking forward to in the future? Mostly I just want to keep engaging with the community. I feel like that is the most exciting and most valuable part of booktube, is that we have such an awesome community. And when I was in Portland and I got to meet a few other booktubers, it was so refreshing and so wonderful, and it was just awesome to find people to connect with that you can talk about things with outside of your normal day-to-day life, and I love that. I do think that I want to go back to adding in more tea videos because I've gotten away from it, and I've been thinking about doing sort of a series that's sort of like Tea 101, but I'm no expert, so I've been hesitant to do it. Mostly it would just be talking about like different kinds of tea, the difference between bagged and loose tea, different like tips about tea. So if you guys would be interested in that, then definitely let me know, because if you guys aren't interested, I definitely don't want to do something that you're not gonna watch, because you know, you're my audience. I want to give you things you want to watch. That is probably like the only big project that I have in mind going forward. I am going to do booktuber recommends, which is sort of like a big project because it's its own little contained thing, and it's great because it lets you open your horizon and read books that you might not normally have thought to read. And so I'm excited about doing that in 2016, and that's pretty much it. The next question is, are there any unique challenges that you have faced being a woman in such a public internet space, and how have you dealt with them? I really, especially on YouTube, have not encountered all of that much like trolling. I know it's because my channel is relatively small, because once they get bigger, and I think it happens more in like the beauty community, there are a lot of hateful people. And I think for the most part, you have to know going into it that there are gonna be those comments, there are gonna be those people out there, and you have to, I mean, I can't say don't just let it roll off of you, because I am a sensitive person, so some of those things probably would affect me. I encountered that a little bit more when I was style blogging, but even then I didn't really see it all that much because I didn't have a huge style blog. But most of the time I just sort of, you know, dealt with my feelings on it, and if it upset me, I let it upset me for a few minutes and then I moved on, because you can't tell yourself don't get upset about it, because it's hard sometimes to deal with those kinds of comments. But for the most part, I feel like booktube is such a lovely environment, and you don't see that much. The most I've seen is maybe somebody who disagrees with your opinion, but normally they do so in a respectful way. The next question is, which videos of yours have given you the greatest sense of satisfaction? I think my review videos always made me feel really satisfied, because those are hard videos to put together, because I am more of like a rambler when it comes to talking about how I feel about books, so it's hard for me sometimes to really structure a review video to make it useful to you guys. So when I do that and I accomplish it, I always feel really satisfied about that. My other videos that I really feel a sense of satisfaction about are my author spotlights, because I love being able to tell you about an author and about their catalog of work, and I feel like those are some of my most useful videos to you guys, and it's also just really fun to do, and just, I don't know, because it lets me talk about authors that I've read really thoroughly, and that's always fun. So the next question is, what advice do you have for girls or women on YouTube? My biggest advice is be you. I see so many people who it feels like they are putting on a character or trying way too hard to be perfect, and that's just not attainable. It's not something that you can do long term, and your audience can see that. And sometimes it's easier to put on a character, because then when people criticize you, they're not criticizing you, they're criticizing the character. But at the same time, your channel is more successful, more authentic, and you really get to know your viewership when you're just you. And that has been something that I have made sure to do all the way through. And yes, I ramble in videos. Yes, I say wrong things and silly things sometimes, but that's who I am. And if you know me in my day-to-day life, then you know that that is the kind of person that I am. I also think that it's important, especially in the booktube community, to realize that you don't have to be perfect visually when making videos. I see a lot of people who apologize because they don't have makeup on or their hair looks a mess. For me, I don't care what you look like, what your physical appearance is. I care what you have to say. And I know that when I first started on YouTube, I always made it a point to put on makeup and do my hair before I would sit down in front of the camera. And it hindered me a lot of times because it took a while to get ready. There were days when I just didn't feel like putting on makeup, and I was letting that get in the way of doing something I really wanted to do. And so I just sort of stopped doing that. So most of the time I'm not wearing makeup in my videos. Sometimes I've just gotten home, my hair's in a ponytail, I look like a mess. That's me. That's what I look like at work. I do not wear makeup to work 99% of the time. And so why would I put on makeup just to get in front of a camera when that's just not me? Like, that's not something that I generally do. I mean, not that I don't love makeup, I don't put it on, I do. But if I don't feel like putting on makeup, I'm not gonna put on makeup. I'm just gonna sit down and film a video. All I have on right now is lipstick. That's fine. I'm making videos and I'm baking Christmas cookies today, and that is it. So I think that speaks to what I said at the beginning of this question, however long ago that was, and it is be you, whatever that is. I feel like the next question really speaks to that as well, and it is, if your subscribers only walk away from your channel absorbing one thing, what do you hope that is? And I hope that they walk away knowing that what I have to say for them, and that this channel of mine is a community and a place that I want to talk and engage and get other people's opinions and just be basically a little community on the internet. So the next question is, name 3 female YouTubers that you recommend and what you admire about them. So the first one is the person who tagged me in this video, which is Patty from I Smell Books. I just think that she is one of the kindest people on YouTube, and her comments on my videos always make me smile, and her content is so friendly and approachable, and she just is a wonderful person to watch and to speak to, and I just adore her. The next person is not a member of the booktube community. Her name is Kayla, and she runs the channel Microscopic Beauty, and she also has an Etsy shop for planner stickers called Hello Stationery Co. And she is just a pleasure to watch. Like, all of her videos are so friendly and approachable, and I know I just said that about Patty, but that's what I look for in booktubers, is just somebody that I feel like is speaking to me and that I'm having a conversation with, even though it's not, it's a video. But she does plan with me, she does beauty videos, she does all kinds of stuff. She talks about the games that her and her husband play, and it's always, I just feel like I'm a part of Kayla's life, and she is just a sweet and genuine person, and I mean, her sticker shop is amazing, and I love supporting her as a small business owner, and she just, everything she does with a smile, and she is so fantastic. And the third person that I want to talk about is somebody that I think everybody in the booktube community is probably familiar with. So recommending her is like telling you go watch the videos already in your subscription box, but I want to talk about her for several reasons. And that is Reagan from Peruse Project. So what I love about Reagan is, yes, she has a huge subscriber base, but she's one of those people who I don't feel like is putting on a personality or is trying to live up to something, live up to the subscriber count and be somebody she's not. I feel like Reagan has grown over the years, so watching her channel, the books she reads grow over the year as she grows up, and I think that's really interesting to watch. And I also feel like she's a very genuine person, and it can get hard when you have that many subscribers to be true to yourself, and I think that Reagan does a really good job of that. The last question is, of course, to tag other people to do this. I think this tag has been going around for a while, so I'm not actually going to tag anybody, but if you want to do this video, definitely do it. Let me know. I would love to watch it, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching my little corner of YouTube and some of my recommendations and thoughts on being a woman on YouTube. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye! Rawr, 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 rawr.